After I won $45 million in the lottery, my entire extended family suddenly appeared, demanding I share the money. I pretended to go bankrupt to see who would actually stick by me. It turns out the biggest traitor was the person I trusted most. Before all this, my life was beige. Not bad, just beige. My name is Claire, I'm 29, and until recently my biggest financial thrill was finding an extra $10 bill in a coat pocket from last winter. I worked a 9-to-5 office job in data entry. It was exactly as exciting as it sounds. I lived in a one-bedroom apartment where the landlord considered vintage charm to be a synonym for never updated. My social life was small, but it was mine. I wasn't unhappy, but I was in a comfortable, predictable rut. Every month was a careful balancing act of rent, student loans, utilities, and the occasional splurge on takeout to feel alive. Then, one Tuesday, the universe decided to throw a grenade into my beige little life. I rarely play the lottery. It always felt like a tax on people who are bad at math. But that day, the jackpot was enormous, one of those historic, headline-grabbing numbers. The convenience store clerk was talking about it, and on a whim, I bought a single $2 ticket with my morning coffee. I shoved it in my wallet and promptly forgot about it. 3 days later, on a Friday night, I was scrolling through the news on my phone while eating leftover pizza. A headline popped up, "Mega jackpot winning tickets sold in our city." I chuckled. Imagine. Then, a little jolt went through me. The ticket. I fished my wallet out of my purse, my heart doing a funny little pitter-patter. I pulled up the winning numbers. I stared. I checked again. And again. I went to the official lottery website, my vision blurring. It couldn't be real. This was the kind of thing that happened to other people, to characters, in movies. Not to Claire, the data entry clerk with a charmingly leaky faucet. I stood up, walked to the bathroom, splashed cold water on my face, and came back. The numbers were still there. They hadn't changed. The official prize was something like $78 million. After taking the lump sum and paying the soul-crushing taxes, I was left with a number that still didn't feel real. Just over $45 million. For the first hour, I just sat on my floor, alternating between hysterical laughter and silent, tearful shock. My entire life had just been rewritten. The student loan debt that felt like a concrete block chained to my ankle? Gone. The anxiety of an unexpected car repair? A joke. The dream of owning a small house with a garden? Something that felt decades away? I could buy it tomorrow. In cash. The first two people I called were Morgan and Qley. My best friend and my younger sister, the only two people that I would trust to share about this. I swore them to absolute ironclad secrecy. I told them my plan. Hire a lawyer and a financial advisor before I even claimed the ticket. Pay off my debts. Buy a modest but beautiful home. Set up a trust for my parents so they could retire comfortably. And then, invest the rest wisely so I would never ever have to worry about money again. I was adamant about this. But then, the leak happened almost immediately.